we ever forget that we're one nation under God, then we will be a nation going under.
All right, and welcome back to the Ho Ho Show. And all right, I wasn't. So a good point was mentioned in the chat room. Let me go ahead and read this one. It starts at home, and when the family fails, the country fails. And that is, you have no idea how right. Well, okay, I'm sure you know how right you are. But you are so right. It's sad that we haven't caught on to that, you know, and it really is. And part of the problem is we have a society that doesn't believe in personal responsibility. Okay, a great grandma, you know, allows her 16-year-old, you know, grandson to drive her car. She goes to McDonald's drive-thru. She gets hot coffee. She puts it between her legs. The grandson does something stupid. The coffee spills all over her legs, all over her crotch, and for some reason, her stupidity is the fault of McDonald's for making their coffee too hot. Everybody knows that you've got lava way the heck up here, and a few degrees under that, you've got McDonald's coffee. We should not have to have a warning label on children's clothes that says, you know, take off of children before you wash. You should not have to have a warning label on preparation H, do not take orally. You should not have to have a warning label on a stroller that says remove the child before you put the stroller away. These are not things that we should have to have in this country, but because we are no longer a country that believes in personal responsibility, that's why we have to have these things. It's ridiculous. Yes, coffee. Caution, hot. Me, no shit. You got that right. You have so got that right. You know, these are just some of the fundamental things with this country that just drive me absolutely nuts. You know, it's funny. I go to Canada all the time. All right. I am a truck driver. I go up there. That's one of my routes. I go to Toronto. I go up to Quebec. I don't like Quebec. Only because I don't speak French. They speak English, but they don't like us enough to actually speak our language. They're like, you know what? You're here. Speak our language. Okay. I can't argue with that one because we make the same argument, you know, down here in America. So, but I go up there all the time, and they have these things up there called a Kinder egg. All right. And these eggs are, you know, they're good. They have toys in them. But because we as parents, or we as a nation, parents, we don't want to, you know, it's like we have to child lock everything, and it's got a choking hazard. And so, you know, the Kinder eggs up in Canada are completely different than the Kinder eggs we have down here in the States. Costs like $2,000 or $20,000 or something. Yeah, and we're stupid enough to eat Tide Pods. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know what? And you know what? They're actually blaming Tide because the Tide Pods taste too good. So it's Tide's fault that people are eating Tide Pods. Are you freaking kidding me? Stupid. But yeah, they have these things called Kinder eggs, and we can't have Kinder eggs like that down here because, you know, one, not because our kids are too stupid not to put them in their mouths, obviously, but because our parents are too stupid not to actually teach them properly. Hey, smack on the hand, don't do that. Apparently we can't do that, you know. chocolate covered toys. Yeah, you know, they should have chocolate covered Tide Pods. You know, I love in my slideshow how I have the you know, the different, you know, the Tide Pod flavored Oreos and the Tide Pod flavored, you know, Cadbury eggs. It just cracks me up. So, yeah. Gotta love that kind of stuff. Definitely gotta love that kind of stuff. All right. So this next article comes from Fox News. Gotta love Fox News. Headline: Trump's tariffs on China will benefit America and are long overdue. Now, this is one of them articles that I did touch base on last week, and I only bring that up because of the amount of stuff that's in the news as far as tariffs and the trade war with China, the impending trade war with China. I guess I should rephrase that. You know, it's one of them things that with how America has been operating and with trade. Okay. Now, remember, stuff China goods are cheap. Why are they cheap? Because we subsidize the cost of transportation, the cost of this, that, and the other, so that this way it is cheaper, because that is the deal that we worked out with China. Now, in return, what China did for us was not a damn thing. They did not do nothing. Our goods over in China are very expensive. Why are they overcost, you asked? I'm glad that you asked. They're overpriced because China doesn't want their people to buy American goods. That's why it costs more. They are protecting their own interests at home. What a novel concept. China protecting China's interests at home. So why are we demonized whenever we want to do the same thing with American workers? I have no idea. It was funny, not that long ago, I had a conversation with somebody. It was quite hilarious. I had to laugh my butt off, which is a lot of laughing. I got a big ass. And anyway, yeah, don't worry about that. Anyway, I'm a goober, I know. We were talking about that very same thing with trade, with, why people, aren't buying American goods, and why doesn't the government do something about it, and why don't they make, American products more, look more appealing on with the price tag. And I go, well, there's a couple problems with this. One thing is, corporate tax rates are so high, and I don't understand why they're so high, because you see, the consumer, those who buy the goods are actually the ones who are paying the high corporate taxes. So why is there a high corporate tax rate, and why are we one of the highest countries, or why are we a country that has one of the highest corporate tax rate? You'd think that we'd want to, better compete on the world market with goods and with businesses coming here and everything else. Why? I do not know why. But that's what we do. And the other aspect of this is, I asked her simply, well, they do that because people buy them. Do me a favor, walk around your dwelling in your head and look at all the made in tags that are there. Made in China, made in Korea, made in Taiwan, made in Indonesia, made in America. How many of your products are made in America, and how many of them aren't? Oh, she got mad at me. She got so mad at me, in fact, that she actually had to take a break and leave my presence to cool down, because a slap in the face, which is what I gave her, a verbal whoosh, you're the problem, you're why people do it. And she did not like to hear that. She didn't. You have a point. China equals IKEA, America equals gas station. And when it comes to product-wise, this is what it seems like. And you're absolutely right. This is what it seems like. China products are better for real though. Actually, I'll tell you what, though. China products that are purchased in China are great. The stuff that they ship over to us sucks. They are about 5 years ahead of us, something like that. Hello, little sandwich. Let's see. Next one he put on here. I think these tariffs hurt the consumers and small businesses the most and are a bad idea. Well, see, here's the thing, though. Okay. Here's what they're doing with these tariffs. They are trying to assist. Not much is up, noisy. They are trying to level the playing field, because, okay, let's put it like this, okay? With the cost of production, the cost of this, the cost of shipping and handling from bringing something from China over to here, it should cost a lot more. Why doesn't it? It's because of with these, the trade deals that we currently have. It basically subsidizes all the cost of shipping, handling, and all that good stuff to where things are cheaper. They get the money back, and what's that word I'm looking for? It artificially lowers the products of foreign goods. So by eliminating that, you are going to level the playing field to where, you are going to make things you're going to make things more, more level on the playing field. Now, granted, I mean, this is going to be one of them things for the consumers. This is going to hurt for a while, and it is, it absolutely is, and there's no way around it because, it is going to basically, it's going to burst the bubble, it's going to pop it, and it's going to make goods and services more expensive, and it really is. But it's one of them things, though, too, that the other side of that coin is it is going to allow American industry and American manufacturing and different things like that in order to flourish, to increase jobs, to increase, a family's revenue and create more jobs, and to where the price hike will be there, but in the long run, it's going to help people to where, okay, so $20 is going to feel like $1. $100 is going to feel like $20. So, yes, it is going to make things a little bit more expensive, but in the long run, because of raising of wages, raising of minimum wage, not through law, but through need and necessity by a company, it will end up better in the long run for everybody. So say a small business is needing to build a building. If they need to buy metal framing, they would buy the cheapest, which would most likely be the Chinese framing. Adding a tariff raises the cost of starting up businesses. You are right. But again, it's one of them things that, well, okay, let's put it like this. There are other... Good morning, Twerking Turtle. Visitor from Twitch. How you doing? There are other building materials out there, though, too. Steel isn't the only... Granted, when you're talking a bigger building, it's about the only thing you can use. I understand that. But here's the thing, though, too. Cheap doesn't always mean better. Actually, cheap usually doesn't mean better. And that's one of the things that is starting to go in our favor right now is our steel industry is already going, is already starting to flourish more production. And, the more the production goes in there and the more, oh, wow, good for you, sir. But the more that technology goes and the more they actually use it and the more they, increase their capabilities with manufacturing, the more those prices are going to go down. So yeah, in the beginning, it will probably be a lot higher prices, and I'm sure that it is. I'm not arguing that. But it will come down. Naturally, it will come down. I'm scrolling back up because I've had quite a few messages hitting here recently. I read that one already. How do I feel about the zombie outbreak? We're screwed. Because eventually, we don't know how to do things anymore, and that's the problem. On the short term, we'll be fine. We got ammunition, we got water, we got this, that, and the other. But the problem is we don't know how to do things anymore. We don't know how to make gunpowder, this, that, and the other. And so in the end, the zombies are going to take over. I hate to tell you that, little sandwich, but yes, the zombies will win in the end. Gotta love it. I've actually not tried Doritos Blaze. I think we should leave. Okay, a sort of go. I just think that we should leave the markets be. The freer the markets, the better. We don't have free markets right now. The government is picking and choosing the winners because they are artificially lowering the price in order to benefit China, which hurts America. It hurts the American worker, it hurts the American industry, and it hurts the American jobs. It hurts the American economy. By saying we're no longer going to do that, we're no longer going to give China a step up, is making it a free market. It is making it freer, and it is leaving it alone, because previously what they've been doing is artificially lowering the price in order to benefit China, which has been hindering us. Now the government's saying, you know what, we really shouldn't be doing this. You know, it isn't necessarily as much of a we're putting tariffs on. Okay. In the beginning, it wasn't so much of a we're putting tariffs on you. It is we're leveling the playing field. But now it's also kind of moved into the point to where you're going to put tariffs on us. Guess what? We're going to put tariffs on you. And that's kind of, you know, what it amounted to. See, China didn't like that we were, you know, going against what we had always previously done. China's mad about that. And so because of that, they're like, okay, fine, we're going to put tariffs on you. Trump's like, okay, you're putting tariffs on us. Guess what? We're going to put tariffs on you too. Good. And it's just been a pissing match. You know what? They have bigger. Never mind. I'm not saying that. But yeah, you know, that they're getting away, they're getting out of it, and they are trying to make, you know, they're trying to level the playing field. Yes, I am white. Doritos Cool Ranch, absolutely. Holy crap. I like Cool Ranch. Yep. You have a good one too. Let's see. And yes, I have. Yeah, okay. So, I have. Last couple questions in Mixer, I have. Not even want to talk about them questions. All right, so moving on. Where are we at? China trade. So as I was saying, oh yeah, I got it. I am not lying. I have totally. I promise. I'm not lying. I am. Yes. Yep, bottom. Not as much as you think, you know. It's, wow. Should I tell that story? Tell you what. All right. Truck driver. Oh, yeah. I dig Spanish chicks. All right. So, truck driver. All right. Working for CRST. All right. Children. This is, yeah. So, truck driver, working for CRST, doesn't matter. And, you know, me and my co-driver, we were at a truck stop, and we picked up this chick. I tell you what, she was hot. You know, lot lizard, as they call them. You know, so, you know, it was my co-driver's turn to drive, you know, so we're going down the road, and I take her back in the sleeper, you know. We get a little freak on, you know. We're, you know, having some fun. I tell you what, she was a beautiful woman, all right? She just had perfect red hair. She had, you know, she had just the most amazing figure. She had the greatest DSL I have ever seen in my life. And if you don't know what DSL is, get back to me. And she was hot. So we're in the sleeper, you know, we're getting a little freak on, you know, and I bit her nipple, she farted and blew out the window. So I tell you what, this is the last time I will ever buy a blow-up doll. It's just not worth it. It's really not worth it. You know, it didn't cost that much, but I still ain't going to do it again. I mean, I lost that one in a matter of like 10 minutes. Blow-up doll gone out the window. I don't think it can get a disease. Actually, yeah, I've told that fake story quite a few times. So yeah, it's a totally fake story. Last story I told, it was a true one though. But that's beside the point. So Chinese, they're doing, let's see, 3 billion. What's that say? Chinese are targeting. They're doing $3 billion on us, on our goods worth of tariffs. We're doing like 60 billion. You know, they send one of ours to the morgue. We send no wait. They send one of ours. Never mind. I screwed that up already. So yeah, tariffs, tariff war. That's what we're doing. Yeah, yeah. Too bad that story isn't a true one though. I mean, that's one of them that it's one of them truck driver stories. I mean, you know that when you're out there doing, there's a million trucker stories out there, and that's one of them. Yes, I do, Wizard. Really? Will Smith says he wants to become a woman. That's actually kind of shocking. I mean, his wife's hot. She is. Have you seen her? She's totally hot. So yeah, there's an impending trade war against, you know, that is going on with China. They are basically saying that they are prepared to defend their trade. How do they word that? They are prepared to defend their. Actually, I think that was it. Their trade interests. Oh, you think that's fake news? Okay. I have no idea. I haven't heard that at all. GTA 5, not really. I haven't played that one. I played a little bit with a buddy of mine. I haven't played it a lot. Do I have it? Yes, I do actually have that game. I had to think about that one. Well, Vlad, I don't really... I disagree on that one. So, but yes, China warns the U.S. that it will defend our own trade interests, and they are, you know, they're not going to back down, and that's one of the things that I am old enough. 39. I'm old as dirt. Very much old as dirt. All right, so taking a quick break. When I return, I have got... All right, now this is, again, I am going to be making people mad on this one because I am going to be covering the March for Our Lives, going to be covering some Parkland stuff, and also going to talk about a... where'd it go? The Maryland school shooting. The one that they haven't been talking about in the news, and they haven't been talking about it because it doesn't fit their agenda. And that's why they don't talk about it. So that's what I'm going to be covering on that one. And, you know, there's one of them things, too, and I am going to leave you with... Holy crap. I'm going to leave you with this one. Let me minimize these right quick. Oh, yeah. Crazy people. So with all the talk on banning guns, I believe, yes, the march did happen today, actually, from what I had read. Oh, no. The Maryland shooting, well, it was a little while ago, but yes, that one they're not talking about. And I'll give you that one because that's one of them things. They're not talking about it because it doesn't fit their narrative, as in they need gun control. You know, Trump versus Biden boxing match. Yeah, I've heard they're kind of it ends at the moment. But anyway, what I'm going to leave you guys with for the break. Honduras has a population of 8.2 million. It bans, holy crap. Oh yeah, that is working too, by the way. Okay. Call back after the break. I'll take this call. Just call back after the break. There you go. Very good, sir. Honduras, population of 8.2 million, bans citizens from owning guns, and they have the highest homicide rate in the entire world. Switzerland, same population, 8.2 million, and it requires our citizens to own guns, and they have the lowest homicide rate in the entire world. Keep that in mind the next time you want your government to ban guns, because the last time that happened was World War II, actually. And that didn't end so well for the population of that country. Didn't end very well at all. So, girls are weird. All right. Couple minutes. I will be right back. And this one is Pieces. I like Pieces. Good song.
I'll be back.
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 I'm back.